All right, so this is our second chapter on dry heat cooking methods, and we're going to stay stovetop a little longer. And I have a beautiful bone-in prime rib. Gotta love that. So I've already salt and peppered this, and then we're gonna go ahead and just pat it dry. Oh, gotta get a little bit more in there. Look at that. A little bit more cracked pepper. All right, our pan is warming up for us. Gorgeous. So, cast iron pan, letting it get nice and hot. I'm gonna go ahead and add some either avocado oil. I really wouldn't do a steak in coconut oil. It's up to you. Ghee is really good too, but you need a high heat oil. So we're gonna take that. Look at that beautiful steak. We're gonna take that steak. Just kind of test the sides, see if that oil's hot enough. It's not, and we're not going to cut any corners. Now I want you to remember, when you get your steak in the pan, don't fuss with it. Don't move it around the pan. Leave it alone. Let it do its thing. It's going to brown perfectly. Right when it's usually about 45 seconds, a minute, it'll start to release, and that's when you can turn it over. One, you can feel it, and two, you can hear it. That's ready to go. Now, while our steak is doing its thing, move everybody. We're gonna get our veggies ready to do a saute of some Swiss chard, which we had packaged a little while ago and dated and stored in our refrigerator. So, while this is going, we're just gonna take, this is already washed, ready to go. I personally don't mind some of the stems when they're cooked. I think they're crunchy and beautiful, and it adds to the dish. We're just gonna go ahead with, just like you would if you're doing a chiffonade with your basil. You're gonna kind of just give it a roll. And we're gonna take, with our bear claw, have our knife here above. We're gonna do we're going to do a really thick chiffonade, if you will. See how I'm just bringing, with a rocking motion, my knife through that? You see how big these ribbons are? Perfect. Perfect for what we're doing. All the way through, right? All the way down. So then our greens can sit here on the board while we check our steak. Oh yeah, perfect. Ready to go. We're going to come up under this bad boy. You want to get a really good grip because you don't want the steak to fall back in the oil and splash at you. Okay? Beautiful sear. And we're going to let that go for about 3 minutes. Okay. Going to check this steak out. Oh, it's so pretty. Music to my ears. So we're going to take this and finish it in the oven just the way it is. Turn your flame off. Make sure you have a really firm grip. This is a really hot pan. And then you're going to go to a 350-degree oven. And then probably finish that steak in 5 to 6 minutes, just like that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and chop a little bit of fresh parsley for the steak. Nothing better than that on top, and a little bit of butter. So these are our herbs that are in water and in the fridge. Grab a little bit of butter. All right. So on these herbs, we're just going to roll them up, right? We'll take our knife. Again, watching our fingers, bringing them back, bringing our knife onto the board, and just doing that roll cut once through your herbs. Don't hack your herbs, please. So you've got a big leaf, give it a little cut. That's all you need to do. Those are done, just as simple as that. I'm going to put some butter on top when I plate it. But let's go ahead and check this baby out. Oh, perfect. So I let it sit for about 4 or 5 minutes. because you don't want to cut into a steak that's just out of the oven. You just don't want to do it. The juices will go everywhere, and you want all that juice to stay inside your steak. So this is our beautiful, look at that. Oh, so excited. I cut just a little bit of that fat off here. There we go. Okay. Got a little parsley on there. La, 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 la. I love parsley. Plus, it's so good for you. It is absolutely phenomenal for you. Put a little butter right on top. Let that melt. And we're done with the steak. Of course, I'm going to eat it as soon as you turn the camera off. But I hope that you have found a new technique in how to treat some of your proteins stovetop, and, enjoy.